Good morning, guys. My name's Katie. This is my mom, Liz. We're Heart to Heart Yoga. Hope you guys had a good week. If we see you all the time, and if you're brand new, that's our introduction. Okay, so it's July. We are. I'm going to go over the things that we're going over for the month. Our breath exercise for the month is breathe first and then move second. Our focus, like philosophy, or what we're focusing on this month, is interdependence. So turning in and focusing on our inner self. Our pose, we usually do a focused pose, but we started doing these foundational flows, which are like 3 poses tied together in a flow. So if you go to another yoga class, all of these poses are very they're used a lot. I can't think of a word for that.
Common.
They're very common. So also our classes are recorded on YouTube. So if you want to access them during the week, you can. You just go to the search bar in YouTube, put in Renowned Health, Heart to Heart Yoga, and there we will be. Mom's going to talk about some props and things.
Okay, if you're new to joining us today, welcome. And I want to give you a little information about yoga. All yoga is optional. So if you experience pain or become dizzy or lightheaded, stop whatever you're doing. If you are practicing on the mat, you can go into a pose that Katie is demonstrating right now. It's called Child's Pose. And your knees can be together or knees apart. You can roll over on your side, or you could just lay on your back. If you're practicing in the chair, just sit back comfortably. And when you're ready, you can resume your practice. And props, we usually use somewhere in the flow. Probably someone could need blocks or 2 books or 2 cans of food, something that brings the earth a little bit closer, helps you find the full extension of your pose that works for you. And I think that, oh no, if you're practicing in the chair with us today and you're new, little chair info, we'd like you to use a chair that has no armrests and no wheels, and practice on a non-skid surface. You can choose to put a mat under your chair like I have done. However, if you do that and then you decide you want to stand, be mindful of that you might trip on the mat, okay? And you can practice with your shoes on or your shoes off, whatever is most comfortable for you, okay?
So we designed our class for beginners on all levels. That's why we offer the chair and the mat, so that people who start in the chair have room to grow. And if you start on the mat, you can start on the mat. We try to meet you wherever you are. We also try to give an overview of what yoga is. Yoga is the integration of the body, the mind, and the inner self. We do poses for the body. We set intentions, or we share philosophy for the mind. And we ask that you pay attention to how you feel during and after the class, bringing awareness to the inner self. Well, this month, our whole focus is on the inner self. And I read an interesting story this week. I don't know if it was like a little fable or what have you, but to me, it reminded me of our focusing on our inner self, our interdependence. A good person was asked to go out in the world and find a bad person. And a bad person was asked to go out in the world and find a good person. Well, after days of searching, they both come back, and the good person said, I couldn't find one bad person out there. And the bad person came back and said, I couldn't find one good person out there. I think that is a good representation of how we feel on the inside, kind of represents what we see on the outside. So I thought that was really interesting. So let's leave you with that as we start class. We usually begin with a comfortable seat.
Okay, in yoga, A comfortable seat means sitting with your pelvis forward, which automatically elongates your spine. So I'll show you here. Years of sitting like this with the pelvis back. Yoga, push that pelvis forward. Automatically elongates your spine. However, some of us need a little help with that. And that's where a blanket or a towel would be helpful. And you would place it, as Kate has done, under your sit bones and sit to the front edge of your sit bones. It just automatically helps the pelvis go forward. And it helps the knees get below the hips if possible. Now your legs can be crisscross applesauce, as Kate is doing, or you could keep the ankles crossed and just bring the legs out a little bit farther. You could just straighten your legs in front of you, or you could bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly. Make the choice that is most comfortable for you, and know that if you need to change those positions, you can do that. And something else that we do in yoga, whether we're seated, kneeling, or standing, is called stacking the joints. So we want to make sure here that Kate, her shoulders are over her hips, her ear is in line with her shoulder, chin is parallel to the ground. And she can choose to close her eyes, or she can have a soft gaze looking down. Now, if closing your eyes gives you vertigo, makes you dizzy, then just choose that soft gaze looking down. Now, if we've been seated for a while and the hips get a little bit tight or achy, you can rock side to side. And we'll move on if you're practicing in the chair. If you're practicing in the chair, we ask that you sit to the front edge of your chair, but make sure you're stable. You can place a block or a towel or maybe a pillow behind your back, maybe even a book, so that if you start to slouch during class, you're going to bump into that book or block, and it's going to remind you, sit up nice and tall with a long spine. Now your legs, when you're practicing in the chair, we'd like them to come straight out from the hip joints if you can. Knees not too close together, or splayed out if you can. Now feet are flat on the floor, and we stack our joints here also. We want to make sure that the knee is over the ankle, so your feet aren't too far ahead or too far behind the knee. And we want the shoulder over the hip if you can, ear in line with the shoulder. Chin is parallel to the ground. And once again, you can choose to close your eyes, or you can have a soft gaze looking down. Make the choice today that is comfortable for you. And before we move in our practice, we like to ground. And grounding means that we come into the moment that's right here, right now. This moment is all you have. And then it's the next moment, right here, right now. And to help with that grounding, bringing that awareness to right here, right now, we bring our attention to our sit bones. We notice how they fall into the mat. Allow them to feel heavy. Allow them to feel heavy in the chair. And if you're practicing in the chair, also see if you can bring your attention to your feet. Allow your feet to feel heavy. It's kind of a surrendering to our practice, letting go of things that we wanted to do before class, letting go of thoughts of things we want to do after class. It's a surrendering to right here, right now. Letting go, surrendering, coming to right here, right now. We're going to move our attention up our spine to our shoulders. We're going to inhale, the shoulders come up to the ears. Exhale, let them come back and down. But as you do that, try not to lose the integrity of that nice tall spine. Reach out through the crown of the head. Let's move the jaw back and forth. noticing if you have tension in the jaw. Come back to center. Maybe move the head side to side. Just gently and slowly, noticing if you have tension in the neck. Most of us do. It's just what happens in life. Come back to center. See if you can soften the facial muscles. Allow the tongue to float away from the top of the mouth. Just come into right here, right now. And we'll gently open our eyes. We'll move on to our breath exercise, which our breath exercises also help us to anchor and stay in the moment. It gives our mind a job to do, focusing on our breath so that we do stay in the moment. So it all works together. So as Kate told you, our breath exercise is starting to breathe first and then starting our movement. And we do this on our mat so that when we're off our mat, if something disturbs our peace, we can start to breathe first and then maybe respond. Hopefully not reacting, but responding. Just helpful little exercise. So we're going to do the same movement that we did last month and last week. And that's where we do one arm at a time and then both arms together. So let your right arm hang down by your side. And we're going to start our inhale and then start your movement. And then start your exhale and then start your movement. Start your inhale and then your movement. And you can go along with us or it can be shorter or longer. Start your exhale and lower the arm. Start the inhale and lift. Start your exhale and lower. We'll switch arms to the left arm. Start the inhale and then we lift. Start your exhale and then lower. Start the inhale and then start your exhale and move the arm down. One last time, start your inhale and then lift. Start the exhale and then lower. It's a natural reaction to want to do both together. So we have to concentrate. Gives our mind a job to do. So now both arms. So let's start our inhale and then lift. Start your exhale and lower. Start your inhale and lift. Start your exhale and lower. Start the inhale and lift. Start your exhale and lower. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling. Sometimes after breath exercises, we feel a little lighter. Just notice. Notice if you do. Yeah.
I do. So we're going to stretch out our neck and our shoulders, and we're going to do some neck exercises we call, or neck stretching called sunrise, sunset. So we are all going to look over our right shoulder, and we're going to inhale and bring our chin up. Exhale. And inhale, chin goes up and over, and exhale. Just going to do this back and forth a couple times. And I forget, we're not lining up our breath. We are breathing and then moving. So we want to inhale and then start moving. And then exhale. These ones are tough to actually do that with. Last one. And we'll come back to center. Then we're going to do sunset. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look over to our right shoulder. And this time, we're going to inhale here. And then exhale, bring our chin down and across. Get over here, inhale. And exhale, bring your chin down and across. Inhale. And exhale, chin down and across. Inhale. And exhale, down and across. It's our last one. Inhale. And exhale. We'll come back to center. Then we're going to put all of that together and do our neck circles like we always do. Now, here again, we can't really, with a constant movement, we have to just try to line up our breath. We can't breathe first and then move because we're constantly moving. So pick a direction and just start your circles. You try to line up. When your chin goes up, you're inhaling. And when our chin comes down, we're exhaling. As big or as little circles that work for you. Popping and cracking are normal. Be careful how far you let your head go back. This one, last one, and come back to center. Now, whichever direction you chose, let's do the opposite direction this time. And line up that breath if we can. Inhale when our chin comes up. Exhale when our chin comes down. Let's do two more on our own. And then when we're done with the second one, let's come back to center. And we're going to warm up our shoulders. So we're going to bring our arms to shoulder height. And we're just going to roll our wrists forward. Just breathe. And then we'll take a pause. Palms go up. Inhale, let those arms go up overhead. Exhale, then move. Hands to heart center. All right. We can inhale our arms up to shoulder height. Clench our fists, and then we're going to roll our wrists backwards this time. And breathe. And mine are popping every round. And then we'll pause. Palms go up. Inhale, then move. Exhale, then hands to heart center. All right, we're going to inhale and bring our arms to shoulder height again. This time we're going to create circles with our palms flat. Going forward, any size will do, whatever works for you. Just breathe as slow or as fast as you'd like as far as the arms are concerned. And then we'll pause. Palms up. Inhale. Start to move. Palms touch. Exhale. And then start to move. All right, we're going to inhale. Our arms go to shoulder height again. This time our circles are backwards. Any size will do, as fast or as slow as you like to go. I can't believe our arms touch. And then we'll pause. Palms up. Start our inhale. And then that movement. Exhale. And then move. Yay. Okay, we're gonna do a couple sun breaths because we're gonna tie that movement together again, because that's what we're focusing on today. Our hands can come to heart center. And we're gonna start our inhale, then move. Keep inhaling, taking in the breath, palms touch, and then start the exhale. Then move. We're gonna do 2 more of these. So start your inhale, movement. Keep inhaling, palms touch, exhale, then move. One more. So begin to inhale and move. And inhale some more. Palms touch. Exhale and move. Yeah, I have to roll out my shoulders. My shoulders are pretty tight. Okay, we're gonna do a little side stretch. We're gonna lean to the right first. So I'm gonna put my right hand on the floor, and if you're in the chair, I would grab a hold of the chair with your right hand. And then we're going to start to inhale, and then we're gonna move, bringing our arm up to our ear. And then when we exhale, we're gonna lean. We can do this again. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale. And then now we're going to lean to the left this time. So if you're in the chair, you're going to grab a hold of the left side of the chair. We're going to lean on to the left side of our left hand. So we're going to start to breathe and then move. And then start to exhale and then lean. Feel that. That feels good. Inhale. Then move. Exhale. Then bring it down. All right, we're going to do this again. Inhale. And then move. Exhale. And then lean. Inhale. Then move. Exhale. And then bring it down. Okay, we're going to the other side. Inhale. And then move. Exhale. And lean. Inhale. Then move. Exhale. And bring our arm back down. One more on each side. So inhale. Move. Exhale. Then lean. Inhale. And then we move. Exhale. All right, the other side, last one. Inhale. Then move. Exhale. Then lean. Inhale. Then move. Exhale. Then bring our arm back down. Okay, the last thing we're going to do with these shoulders is we're going to do a little twist. So I'm going to ask you to take your right hand, place it on your left knee, and take your left hand and place it behind you for a kickstand. We're facing forward right here. We're going to take an inhale together. And when we exhale, we're just going to look to the left. If that's not enough for you, take one more inhale. And exhale and look over the left shoulder. Take one breath here. And bring your head back in line with your spine and go ahead and relax. We're going to do that on the other side. So we're going to take our left hand, place it on our right knee. Take our right hand and place it behind us like a kickstand. We're going to take an inhale, sitting up straight. And when we exhale, we're going to look to the right. Now, if we need a little bit more, we're going to take another inhale. And when we exhale, look out over the right shoulder. And take a breath here. Bring your head back in line with your spine and go ahead and relax. We're going to go to our hips.
Okay, torso rolls. Any size circle will do. Your hips and low back will probably make that decision for you. So we're going to lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left. Exhale as you lean back. Lean to the right. Inhale as you lean forward. Lean left. Exhale as you lean back. Do 3 more on your own, noticing what you're feeling. Inhaling when the body moves forward and exhaling when the body moves back. When you've completed your 3, we'll all meet in center. And just take a moment to notice what you're feeling in the hips. Does one side feel a little more open than the other? Does both hips feel open or just starting to awaken? Little energy moving around. We're going to move in the opposite direction now. So we're going to lean to the left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as we lean back. Lean left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as we lean back. Do 3 more on your own in this direction. Noticing what you feel. Being curious. Does it feel the same? Am I a little stiffer in this direction? Just notice. Be aware. Don't obsess over it. Just notice. Inhaling when the body's forward. Exhaling when the body leans back. And we'll all meet in center. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling. Notice the energy possibly moving around in the hips. Does it feel a little more open, a little more free, not so constricted? Maybe. It's not a right or wrong or good or bad or what you're supposed to feel or think you're supposed to feel, just what you feel. And we're going to move on to our tabletop. So if you're practicing on the mat, roll over your knees or bring your legs around behind you to come onto your hands and knees for what we call tabletop. Your hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide, shoulders are over the wrists if you can. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, you can always use fists for wrists, or you could even move your hands out a little bit farther in front of you. If not, those wrists are directly under the shoulders. Hips are over the knees. And when you look between your legs, your feet are directly behind your knees, not too close together or splayed out. Now I'm going to be cueing for the mat students. So if you're practicing in the chair, I'll show you what we're going to do. Your elbows are going to be alongside your waist. And when I say inhale, you're going to start to pull those elbows back. I'll say rotate the shoulders open. So pull your shoulders back and open them, rotate them open. And now you can look forward or you can look up. If you choose to look up, be mindful of those vertebrae in the back of your neck. And then I'm going to say exhale. So you start to round your spine, round your shoulders, bring your hands to your knees if you want, and bring your chin toward your chest. So we're going to do that all together. Let's see how we do, okay? So we're going to inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat and your knees with your hands, chin comes to chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back, look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, Round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to chest, maybe a little closer. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or the knees with the hands. Chin comes to chest. Inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your low belly, rotate the shoulders open and back. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop your tailbone, round your spine, round your shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hand. Bring your chin to your chest. Stay right here. You might possibly feel a nice stretch between the push firmly on that. Bring our head in line with our neck and our spine. And we're going to do a different type of hip circle. Kate's going to demonstrate how you just kind of rotate around. Now, if this is too much on your knees, then you can just like kind of rock side to side.
Yeah, even if you're on the mat, you can just go back and forth.
If you're in the chair, just rock side to side. Or you could do more hip circles, torso rolls. True. Just rock side to side. We carry a lot of tension in our hips. So any movement or love we can give them, it helps. Yeah. When you've had enough, you can come back to center. And we're going to sit back.
We go the other direction.
Oh, yeah. I thought you went in both directions.
Oh,
Sorry.
I didn't.
Go in the opposite direction. Always in yoga, we do both sides of the body to keep ourselves in balance.
Even if we forget to tell you.
Yeah. We forget.
You
You guys do it. Which I've gone to classes where I've gotten a text message from the teacher that says,
Later.
yeah, like 3 hours later, like, will you do your left side tonight? Before you go to-" Okay. So,
There.
there we go. Now you can bring your big toes to touch if you're a mat students. Students, sit back on those heels. Knees can be together or apart. Arms can be long down the mat. Elbows resting on the mat, or you can keep the arms lifted. In fact, if you're on the mat, roll your head side to side. It's kind of a nice little massage. Forehead. Yeah. And I have one daughter that has a few wrinkles, Kate's sister, and she said she does that on the mat to roll out the wrinkles right there. So
I have a few wrinkles.
okay, well, roll out your forehead then.
I'm rolling out my wrinkles.
Yeah. So, and if you're in the chair, just sit back comfortably. And if you're practicing on the mat too, roll out your wrists if you need to, because we were on them for a bit. And once again, if I forget to cue that, you guys can do that on your own. And then we'll just sit back comfortably and revisit our philosophy or intention or just what we're learning about. And that's inner dependence. And I think I said last week, the longest, most important relationship you're ever going to have in your life is with yourself. So go inside, depend on you. You know, to me, that's so important to find that inner confidence, that inner you. It's always there. Let her blossom and grow. Doesn't matter what chronological age you are. She can still blossom. He or she. Or he. Sorry about that. Yeah. And yeah, blossom. Go in and blossom. Go inside and blossom. That's it.
So we're gonna do, we're all gonna head for down dog. So if you're on the mat, you're gonna go to tabletop. If you're in the chair, you're just gonna meet us in down dog. If we're on the mat, we're gonna spread our fingers wide. We're gonna curl our toes and lift our hips. We create this nice V shape. You do the same thing seated in the chair. We're all going to walk our dog. So if you're in the chair, you're just going to point and flex your feet. If you're on the mat, you're going to bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, back and forth like a bicycle. We'll just do this a couple of times. And then if you're on the mat, you're going to baby step your feet to your hands. If you're in the chair, you're going to slowly head for a forward fold. Now we're all in forward fold. We're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll up to mountain pose. If you are on the mat and you get dizzy or lightheaded, pump your hands. And when we get to the top, roll those shoulders back and down. Standing up very straight here again is where we stack our joints. Our feet are about hip distance apart. Our knees are over our ankles. Hips are over our knees. Shoulders are over our hips. Our ears are over our shoulders. And our chin is parallel to the ground. So we are going to do what are called full sun salutations, or if you're in another yoga class, you may hear it as chaturanga. This is a modified version of chaturanga, so that if you were to go to another yoga class, you would know what they were talking about and have a modification for an actual chaturanga. So let's.
They can use blocks if you need it. You're standing.
Yeah. So we're going to bring our hands to heart center. And we're going to try to, we're going to try that breathing thing. We'll see how it goes. So we start to breathe. And then we bring our hands up overhead. We exhale. And then we fold forward. We start that inhale. Then we find our half lift, flat back. Hands are on our shins or our thighs. Then we exhale. And we bring our hands back to the mat. We're going to plant our hands this time. We're going to step back with our right foot. Our left foot comes back to meet it. If you're on the mat, of course, we're in plank. We're going to drop to our knees, chest, chin. We're flat here on the mat, keeping our elbows close together. Everybody is going to do a baby back bend. So we're all going to take an inhale. Then find our back. Exhale, then come out of the back bend. We're going to inhale, headed to down dog, and go through tabletop. We all meet in down dog. Now if you're on the mat, you're going to step up with the same foot we stepped back with, which was our right foot. And we're going to actually be in a forward fold. If you're in the chair, meet us in forward fold. We're going to take an inhale, then move to our half lift. Exhale, then bring our hands back to the mat. Now we're all just going to slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. If you're lightheaded or dizzy, pump your hands. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. We're meeting mountain. We're going to do one more on the left side, just to make things equal. And we'll try our breathing thing some more. So we start to inhale. Then we move the rest of our inhale. Then we exhale. Then we move. Bring our hands to the mat. Start that inhale. Then find our half lift. Then exhale. Then find the mat. Plant your hands. If you're on the mat, step back with your left foot. Right foot comes back to meet it. We are in plank. Knees, chest, chin. Everybody's flat here, keeping our elbows close to the body. Everybody start to inhale. Everybody baby back bend. Exhale. Then come out of the baby back. Everybody inhale, then find your way to down dog through tabletop. Same thing here. We're going to step up with the same foot we stepped back with, which is our left foot. So if you're on the mat, go ahead and step forward. If you're in the chair, we'll meet you in a forward fold. And we're going to inhale all together, then find our half lift. Exhale, then find your hands to the mat. Here's the big inhale. Start your inhale, and then bring your arms up all the way overhead, palms touch. Start to exhale, and bring your hands to heart center. Okay, we're going to foundationally flow.
Yeah, our foundational flow is warrior 2, reverse warrior, and side angle. And like Kate said in the beginning, we're linking these together because they're the most common poses that you'll find if you go to an in-person yoga class or maybe an online class. So chair students, just open your stance, feet to the outer edges of your mat. And mat students, widen your stance. Feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat. The only thing that's going to move is you're going to rotate your right foot so that your toes are pointing toward the short side of your mat. Our hip bones, we want them facing the long side of the mat. We're going to bend into your right knee. Now check to make sure it's not falling in. Try to keep it directly over that ankle, okay? All right, and you moved. Did your shoulders go with you? You want to keep the shoulders over the hips if you can. Always our alignment. We're always checking alignment. And we're going to start our inhale and then bring our arms out and up to shoulder height. Start your exhale and then turn and look out over your right arm all the way down to out through your right middle finger. Relax your shoulders. And we're going to straighten into the front leg. That was warrior 2 we just did. Now we're going to do a straight leg reverse warrior. So we're going to bring the left arm down. We're going to inhale that right arm up and back. It's a super duper stretch in the hamstring. We're reaching. And we're going to inhale, come back up to center. That was your reverse warrior. Bend back into that right knee. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring that right forearm onto the right thigh. Don't put too much weight on it, just to keep you stable. We're going to inhale, lift that left arm straight up. And as you exhale, we're going to reach and lean for our side angle. Now, if you're in the chair, you could just hold on if it gives you more stability. Notice what you're feeling. And we're going to inhale, come up to center. Exhale, bring the arm down, straighten the leg. Bring your feet to parallel and then heel toe your feet in to the center of your mat. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling. Does one side of the body feel more energetic? Feel more energy moving around in there? Just notice. Okay, we're going to open the stance again. So chair students, open the stance. Same for your mat students. Feet are parallel to the short sides of the mat. This time, the only thing that's moving is the left foot as it rotates toward the short side of the mat. Hip bones facing toward the long side of the mat. We're going to bend into the left knee. Make sure it's not falling in. You could really hurt that knee. And we moved. Check to make sure the shoulders are over the hips. Okay, we're going to take that inhale and move the arms out to shoulder height. As you exhale, turn and look down your left arm, all the way down your left middle finger. Relax the shoulders, push into the feet with all 4 sides of your feet. Warrior 2. We're going to straighten that left leg. We're going to do a reverse warrior, straight leg. So we're going to bring our right arm down. Inhale that left arm up. Now you can look up, maybe even look back, depending on your focus or your flexibility. Hold on to the chair if you need to. And we're going to inhale and come up. This was our reverse warrior. Come up to center. Bend back into that left knee. We're going to take an inhale, lifting up through the spine. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that left forearm onto the left thigh, but not leaning on it if you don't have to. It's just sitting there. And we're going to inhale that right arm up, lifting up through the pelvis, up the side body. Exhale, we lean, we reach. This is your side angle. And we're going to inhale, bring that right arm straight up and come up. Sorry. Exhale, bring the arms down, turn your feet parallel, heel toe them into the center of your mat. And just take a moment to notice what you're feeling in both sides of your body. Energy flowing through the hips, the legs. Just notice, be aware. And we'll stand for our balance if you want to stand. And our balance is stork. And you can hold on to your chair, you can finger touch, or maybe it's just there to give you comfort. Whatever works for you. So we're going to put all our weight into our left foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. And we're going to lift that right leg, knee bent. Take one breath. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. Put all the weight into the left foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. And lift that right knee and take 2 breaths. Flexing the foot helps. Whoa. And lower. It's been windy this morning. And soften your knee. Okay, all the weight goes into the left foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. And we're going to lift that right knee and take 3 breaths. And lower, soften the knee. We're going to move to the other side. So we're going to put all the weight into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on and lift the left knee. 1 breath. And lower, soften your knee if you need to. Put all the weight into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Lift that left knee, 2 breaths. Lower, soften your knee. Okay, all the weight goes into the right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift that left knee, 3 breaths. And lower, soften the knee. Now we're going to add on. We're going to add our arms. So put all the weight into your left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. And we're going to lift the right leg and our arms for 1 breath. And lower. Soften the knee if you need to. All the weight in the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate. Lifting the right leg and both arms for 2 breaths. And lower. Soften your knee. Okay, all the weight goes into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on and lift that right leg and both arms. 3 breaths. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. Okay, other side. Right foot, put all your weight in it. Find your spot to concentrate on and lift the left leg and both arms. 1 breath. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. Put all the weight into the right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift the left leg and both arms, 2 breaths. And lower. Soften that knee if you need to. All the weight into the right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift the left leg and both arms. 3 breaths. Lower, soften the knee. We're going to do a challenge only if you want to. Put all the weight into the left foot. And we're going to lift the right knee and both arms. Challenge is straighten the leg. Whoa. Recite the alphabet backwards. No, I'm kidding. Bend back into the knee slowly. Lower the knee. Don't drop that foot. Jar the lower back. Soften your knee. Okay, challenge on the other side. So all the weight goes into the right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. Lift your left leg, both arms, and straighten your leg. Just recite the alphabet normal. Just kidding. Bring it down, bend into the knee, lower the leg softly so you don't jar your lower back. And we'll go back into our chair. And mat students, find your mountain pose. Inhale, those arms go out and up. Palms come together above the head. Exhale, hinge at the hips. You're folding forward, bend your knees a lot so that you can come back down into child's pose. And take a little rest. This is a pose you can do throughout class whenever you need a break.
And we're going to revisit our inner dependence. My little story of the good people and the bad people. I feel like we work on ourselves to achieve, I think being good people. And I think that helps us to see the people around us, see the better parts of them. So I think that is a really cool concept. And it involves us focusing on ourselves and bettering ourselves. So I love that. So we are going to come up out of child's pose. If you're on the mat, you are going to swing your legs out in front of you. If you're in the chair, stay seated. Just kidding. Okay, we're all going to do some core work. So I call them little marching abs. If you're in the chair, you're going to kind of scooch maybe to the edge of your chair or a little bit out. So all of us, whether you're on the mat or you're in the chair, and if you need to, you can always hold, if you're on the mat, you can hold on to the back of your thighs. We're all going to go back to about halfway to the floor if you're on the mat. And if you're in the chair, you're just going to you're going to lean back on the back of your chair. And then we're going to lift our legs. It's like marching abs. So, okay. So everybody is we're probably not going to inhale and exhale. We're just going to do this. Well, we might. Okay. Everybody come back about halfway. And we're going to take an inhale. And we're going to exhale, lift our right leg. Inhale as we put our foot down. And exhale, lift our left leg. Back and forth. Tying the breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's our last one. And I'm going to ask that everybody, if you're on the mat, create a butterfly and fold forward. Take some of that pressure off your lower back. If you're in the chair, you can spread your legs and fold forward like us. Or you can leave your legs together, whatever stretches out that lower back. Now we're going to set up for another little set of those. So everyone lean back to marching position. Everyone take an inhale. And when we exhale, let's lift our right leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're all done. Everybody come up and fold forward. I think we're going to try one more set of those. Yeah, let's make sure our lower backs are feeling good though. All right, so we're all going to lean back. Inhale together. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, down. Exhale, left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Each side, I mean. Last one. And come up. Lean forward. Roll over. All right. And then I'm going to ask us to do a long stretch. I think I need to move my mat or I'm not going to be able to long stretch anywhere. Everybody take a long stretch. Stretches out all those abs, everything we did. All right, you can even lean to the right or the left. Or both. Go ahead and relax, and we're going to do a twist, which is, we call it a stork twist. It's kind of like that, what we were doing with our balance. So we are going to straighten our left leg and bring our right leg kind of to our chest. If you are in the chair, you're just going to put your right leg over your left leg. In the chair, you're going to twist with your upper body. On the mat, we twist with our lower body. So we're going to take an inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to try to stack our hips. And we're going to lean to the left. We're going to stay here. Facing forward and twist it. You can go farther and actually look out over your right shoulder, but I think I'm going to stay here for today. And just breathe here, twist it. It's good for us. All right. Bring your head back in line with your spine. We're going to take an inhale all together. And exhale. We're going to switch sides. So we're going to straighten our right leg. Grab hold of our left or put our left leg over our right leg. Take a big inhale. And exhale. If you're on the mat, try to stack those hips. My right shoulder is a problem, or it's my problem side. So wherever your arm feels comfortable. And just breathe here, twist it. It's kind of like feeling like you're getting wrung out like a rag. It's good for us. All right, we'll all take an inhale. Bring your head back in line with your spine first. And then we'll all take an inhale. And exhale and relax. We're going to set out for our last pose of class, which is Shavasana. You have choices. Mat students, your legs can stay long down the mat, feet flop out to the sides. Or you could walk your feet out to the outer edges of the mat, let the knees knock together. That takes out the pressure in the low back. Make your choice that works for you. Also, if the legs are long, you could cushion the knees by putting a blanket or a towel underneath your knees.
Arms are long down the sides of your body, but not touching your body. Palms up for receiving energy, palms down for grounding. And if you're practicing in the chair, just sit back comfortably. And we're going to let our bodies breathe as they naturally like to breathe. No more control of the breath. This is your opportunity to do absolutely 100% nothing. No more doing, no more trying. Welcome to Shavasana. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a deeper breath back into your body. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe your wrists and your ankles. Come to stillness. Maybe move your head side to side. Noticing if your neck is a little more open, you release tension. And come back to center. Yogi's choice to bring your hands together in front of your heart. Katie and I, our invitation for you today is that you go inside and live your life through your heart. Let your life be guided by the inside, the authentic you. So our wish for you today is that you allow yourself to go inside and allow your breath to guide you. It's always there, 24 hours a day, a tool for you that helps you find your peace, your authentic you. So our wish is that you choose and allow to live your life through your heart. Live your life through your heart. From our hearts to yours, until we meet again, namaste.